It's report card season, right? A lot of Calgary kids doing quality homework is a big part of the solution to getting decent grades. We all know that. But what if you're stuck in a constant battle on getting homework done? That's where parenting expert Julie Freedman Smith comes in. And this, I think, is a battle that everyone can relate to.
Oh, yes.
Because at one point or two or three or a dozen times in your life, you've had this kind of discussion with your kids.
Yeah, and that's a really good point, because even if in 1 year, for a piece of time, it's working really well, then something falls off the track.
It can go off the rails easy, right?
And it's so frustrating. It's like, I thought we already did this.
Yeah.
But parenting is not a straight line. It's a figure eight. And
Is
so
it ever?
because the kids are different. It's
Sure.
a whole different child. The schedule is different. So we just need to come back to it again and make a new plan.
Okay, so where should we start? If we want to get our kids back on track, where should we start?
Well, I think if we're having that same homework battle day after day after day, to realize that it doesn't have to be that way, and fixing it does not happen at the same time as the battle.
Sure.
So pick another time of day and make a new plan. So the kinds of things we have to think about are, when should homework be happening?
Okay.
Because for some people it's best to get it done right after school. Other kids are tired and they don't want to do it, or they've got activities right after school. So make a plan with your kids about when they have to do it. And if that means drawing it out and drawing out a schedule of when they have things in their schedule and when they have time to do homework, that can be helpful, because sometimes kids feel so overwhelmed
Sure.
that they don't even realize that that they have time in their schedule to get it done, and then they still have free time.
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
They're thinking they're going to have no free time,
Yes,
right?
I don't even want to start because it'll never be
Sure,
over.
exactly.
But it will be over. The sooner you start it, the sooner it's over.
I know.
The other thing is
I think I've said that.
Well,
exactly.
haven't we all?
Yeah.
Their frontal lobes aren't developed. Their
Sure.
reasoning and impulse control are not developed. So our job as parents is to help with that organization. It's to check in, figure out a daily time where your child is going to check in and find out what homework they have,
Yeah.
plan out what they're going to do when, and then keep them on track with the schedule. Their job is to do the homework, but our job is to help them with the structuring.
The coaching, perhaps,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
because
okay.
the more we can build that habit, the better they're going to be at getting it done, and realize that it can get done in a certain amount of time, and then they can move on to other things.
Okay, okay. And taking a step back further, do you need to have a bigger picture conversation with your kids about the importance of grades? Like before you even start to tackle this is how you get the grades? You know what I mean?
You could,
Yeah.
but I think also we need to remember that we need to associate things that are actually relevant to them right now. So if
Okay.
we say, you know, if you don't work hard right now in grade 5,
Yeah.
you're not going to get into a good university and you won't be able to support your family.
Yeah.
Who
They don't
cares?
get that, right? Yeah, okay.
But until this homework is done, you cannot turn on a screen.
Very good.
That resonates.
Instant cause and effect, right?
It's
Yeah.
right here, right
Yeah.
now. And so, yeah, you want to have those value-based decisions about, we work to our potential, we want to do this to get there. Not every child in the world is going to
Sure.
get great grades.
Sure.
But if they can work to their potential so that they're learning, lifelong learning, growing from where they are now to the next step, those might be the kinds of conversations you have.
Yeah.
But don't drag that into the middle of a homework battle, because then it's you just going blah, blah, blah,
And
blah,
they're not
blah.
listening, right?
Those people want to listen to you talk. Your kids do not want to listen to you
Very good,
talk.
very good. When do you know the time to back off with respect to, like, okay, you've said enough,
Yep.
you've made your point, and you've coached them enough, now it's time for them to swim?
Right. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't just have to, okay, I'm doing it to here and then I'm not doing anything. So
Yeah.
it might be, I'm doing it to here for the next 2 weeks. Then once I see that that's working well, I'm going to step back. So you check your
Sure.
D2L and find out what you've got, and tell me how you've planned it. And then back up again. So we can set our kids up for tiny pieces of success just beyond what they were capable of doing before.
Yeah.
When we see that they're capable of that, then we pull back a little.
Sure.
So then after you've done that a few times, then you're able to walk away. But that doesn't mean you walk away forever.
Of course.
Because you
Yeah.
still need to hold them accountable. You still want to be checking in. And part of the way we get that feedback is with report cards, but we don't really want to wait till the next report card. It's not
Yeah.
coming for quite a while.
And D2L and home logic with the CBE and that type of thing are all good ways to see, like, the last assignment.
That's
not
right.
just the last interim report
That's
card, right? Yeah.
And so part of it is coming up with a plan of how much we actually need to be fastidiously checking each
Yeah.
one of those things. So maybe if you find yourself checking it all the time, because some parents feel it's a weighty responsibility to be on top of that all the time.
Sure.
It's the teacher's job and the student's job. So take a step back. Maybe you're going to check it once a week. Maybe you're going to check it every 2 weeks. So you can still be looking, you can still be having a conversation. But don't add that to your list of things to do as a parent, because you've got enough to do.
There you go. That's a good way to end it, I think.
Excellent.
Thanks, Julie.
My pleasure.
Great advice. There you go, Andy. I know in your house with the girls, my house with the 3 older kids, this is a hot topic, homework.
She makes it sound so easy.
She does, I know.
Every
Julie
time.
needs to come live with me and
Well,
my family.
it's happening at my house too. It happens
We
at
need a
everybody's
Julie
house.
boot camp to hang out for the weekend.
I know, right?
Oh, man. 8:26.